A rectangular channel of 2.5 m width and 2 m depth of water carries a flow of 10 m3s. The specific energy for the flow is given by A 1.18 m, B 3.4 ms, C 2.0 ms, D 2.2 m. The correct answer is 3.4 ms. Which of the following pollutants is responsible for depletion of ozone layer? A. Unburnt hydrocarbon, B. UV rays, C. Chlorofluorocarbons, D. Oxides of nitrogen. The correct answer is chlorofluorocarbons. If a composite bar of steel and copper is heated, then the copper bar will be subjected to A. Compression, B. Shear, C. Tension, D. Torsion. The correct answer is compression. Consider the following discharge measurement devices. 1. Cylindrical mouthpiece flowing full. 2. Sharp-edged orifice. 3. Convergent divergent mouthpiece. 4. Borders reentrant mouthpiece flowing free. The correct sequence of increasing order of their discharge coefficients is A. 4213, B. 4231, C. 2431, D. 2413. The correct answer is 4213. A square framework formed of uniform heavy rods of equal weight joined together is hung by one corner. A weight W is suspended from each of the 3 lower corners and the shape of the square is preserved. With the help of a light rod along the horizontal diagonal. The thrust of the light rod is A. 2 watts, B. 3 watts, C. 4 watts, D. 6 watts. The correct answer is 4 watts. The maximum bending moment at the left quarter point of a simple beam due to crossing of UDL of length shorter than the span in the direction left to right would occur after the load had just crossed the section by A. 1/4 of its length, B. half of its length, C. 3/4 of its length, D. its full length. The correct answer is 3/4 of its length. The formulation for board assimilation in a stream should include A. Board rate constant, B. Sedimentation of organic matter, C. Board rate constant and sedimentation of organic matter, D. Pathogenic bacterial decay coefficient. The correct answer is sedimentation of organic matter. A truss is shown in the given figure. The cross-sectional area of each member is A and the modulus of elasticity of the material is E. The strain energy in the member XY is given by AP2L2A, BP2LQA, CP2L3A, D0. The correct answer is 0. The elements that are normally subjected to combined bending and axial forces are A. Struts in reinforced concrete members, B. the members in long-span bridges, C. columns in framed structures, D. space truss members. The correct answer is columns in framed structures. A uniform simply supported beam is subjected to a clockwise moment at the left end. What is the moment required at the right end so that rotation of the right end is 0? A. 2m, B. m, C. m2, D. m3. The correct answer is m. A cylindrical bar of 20 mm diameter and 1 m length is subjected to a tensile test. Its longitudinal strain is 4 times that of its lateral strain. If the modulus of elasticity is 2x 10⁵ and mm2, then its modulus of rigidity will be A. 8x 106 in mm2, B. 8x 105 in mm2, C. 0.8x low 4 in mm2, D. 0.8x 105 in mm2. The correct answer is 0.8x 105 in mm2. Clapeyron's theorem is applied to A. simply supported beam, B. Fixed and continuous beam. C. Propped cantilever beam. D. Continuous beam only. The correct answer is propped cantilever beam. A fill having a volume of 150000 cm is to be constructed at a void ratio of 0.8. The borrow pit soil has a void ratio of 1.4. The volume of soil required in cubic meters to be excavated from the borrow pit will be A. 187,500, B. 200,000, C. 210,000, D. 250,000. The correct answer is 200,000. The resultant of the coplanar concurrent system of forces floor 1, floor 2, floor 3 and F4 shown in the above figure is A. 20 kN acting vertically upwards, B. 0, C. 20 kN acting vertically downwards, D. 20 kN acting horizontally from left to right. The correct answer is 0. During seepage through an earth mass, the direction of seepage is A. Parallel to the equipotential lines, B. Perpendicular to the stream lines, C. Perpendicular 1 to the equipotential lines, D. Along the direction of gravity. The correct answer is perpendicular 1 to the equipotential lines. Consider the following statements. The effect of seawater on hardened concrete is to 1. Increase its strength, 2. Reduce its strength, 3. Retard setting, 4. Decrease its durability. Of these statements, A1 and 3 are correct. B2 and 3 are correct. C2 and 4 are correct. D1 and 4 are correct. The correct answer is 2 and 3 are correct. A doubly reinforced concrete beam has effective cover D to the center of compression reinforcement. XU is the depth of neutral axis and D is the effective depth to the center of tension reinforcement. What is the maximum strain in concrete at the level of compression reinforcement? A. 0.00351 dd, B. 0.00351 dxu, C. 0.0021 dxu, D. 0.0021 dd. The correct answer is 0.00351 dxu. By what percentage is length of a runway increased for every 300 m rise above MSL? A. 3, B. 4, C. 6, D. 7. The correct answer is 7. The percentage of time in a year during which the cross-wind component remains within the limit is A. Wind coverage, B. headwind, C. prevailing wind, D. cross-wind. The correct answer is wind coverage. Consider the following statements. A concrete mixer is specified by the 1. Volume of the mixing drum, 2 horsepower of the prime mover, 3 volume of mixed concrete discharged, 4 mixer drum speed, 5 feeding arrangement. Of these statements, A1, 2 and 5 are correct. B1, 3 and 4 are correct. C3 and 5 are correct. D2 and 4 are correct. The correct answer is 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Choose the correct statement about horizontal component of resultant hydrostatic pressure on a curved submerged surface. A. It is equal to the product of pressure at the centroid and the curved area. B. It is equal to the weight of the liquid above the curved surface acting at 0.5 depth of the surface. C. It is equal to the projected area of the surface on a vertical plane multiplied by the pressure at the center of gravity of area. D. It is equal to the weight of the liquid above the curved surface multiplied by the projected area on a vertical plane. The correct answer is it is equal to the projected area of the surface on a vertical plane multiplied by the pressure at the center of gravity of area. A simply supported beam of span L and uniform flexural rigidity EI carries a central load W and total uniformly distributed load W throughout the span. The maximum deflection is given by A13 WL396 EI, B5 WL3384 EI, C5 WL396 EI, D13 WL3384 EI. The correct answer is 13 WL3384 EI. In the design of storm sewers, time of concentration relevant of determine the A. Rainfall intensity, B. Velocity in the sewer, C. Time of travel, D. Area 7 by the sewer. The correct answer is rainfall intensity. As the elevation increases, the runway's length has to be changed at what rate? A. Decreased 5 per 300 m rise in elevation above MSL. B. Increased 7 per 300 m rise in elevation above MSL. C. Decreased 9 per 300 m rise in elevation above MSL. D. Increased 15 per 300 m rise in elevation above MSL. The correct answer is increased 7 per 300 m rise in elevation above MSL. Which one of the following statements is correct in a plane truss influence line values? A. Vary parabolically between panel points. B. Vary exponentially between panel points. C. Vary linearly between panel points. D. Vary following a cubic relationship between panel points. The correct answer is vary linearly between panel points. In a 4 m wide rectangular channel with 0.8 m depth of flow, a sharp crested wave of 2.5 m length with its sill 0.3 m above the channel bed is fixed symmetrically across the width of the channel. Taking the flow to be free but with end contractions, what would be the discharge neglecting approach velocity effect? Take CD 0.625. A. 1.39 m3s. B. 1.42 m3s. C. 1.49 m3s. D. 1.56 m3s. The correct answer is 1.56 m3s. A structural member carrying a pull of 700 kN is connected to a gusset plate using rivets. If the pulls required to shear the rivet, to crush the rivet, and to tear the plate per pitch length are respectively 60 kN, 35 kN, and 70 kN, then the number of rivets required will be A. 22, B. 20, C. 18, D. 12. The correct answer is 20. In the cantilever truss shown in the given figure, the reaction at A is A. 10T, B. 20T, C. 30T, D. 40T. The correct answer is 30T. The degree of indeterminacy of the beam given in the given figure is A. 0, B. 1, C. 2, D. 3. The correct answer is 3. Following data refer to precise measurement of an angle A on the field I2, a 2010 weight 2 for a 4010 weight 3. What is the most probable value of angle A? A. 100106, B. 100207, C. 100251, D. 102251. The correct answer is 100251. A torsion member is fabricated from two concentric thin tubes. At the ends the tubes are welded to rigid discs so that both the tubes are twisted as a unit. The radius of the outer tube is 2r and that of the inner tube is r. If the shear stresses developed in the outer tube is, then the shear stress in the inner tube will be A. B. 0.25, C. 0.75, D. 0.5. The correct answer is 0.5. A mild steel flat of width 120 mm and thickness 10 mm is bent into an arc of a circle of radius 10 m by applying a pure moment m. If E is 2x 10 5 n mm2, then the magnitude of the pure moment m will be A 2x 10 6 n mm, B 2x 10 5 n mm, C 0.2x 10 5 n mm, D 0.2x 10 4 n mm. The correct answer is 2x 10 5 n mm. The deflection at the free end of a uniformly loaded cantilever of length 1 m is 7.5 mm. What is the slope at the free end? A 0.01 radian, B 0.015 radian, C 0.02 radian, D 0.025 radian. The correct answer is 0.01 radian. What will be the curve lead for a 1 in 812 turnout taking off from a straight broad gauge track? A 28.49 m, B 21.04 m, C 14.24 m, D 7.45 m. The correct answer is 28.49 m. A timber beam of 100 mm width and 200 mm depth is reinforced with two steel plates of 100 mm width and 5 mm thickness as shown in figures. Which one of the following statements is correct for the same value of bending stress in the timber? A moment of resistance in figure I will be more than that in figure 2. B moment of resistance in figure 2 will be more than that in figure I. C moment of resistance in figure I will be equal to that in figure 2. D no logical comparison can be made. The correct answer is moment of resistance in figure I will be more than that in figure 2. The following statements relate to the pressure exerted by a fluid on a submerged curved surface. 1. The vertical component of hydrostatic force acting on a submerged curved surface acts through the center of volume of the fluid directly above the submerged area. 2. The horizontal component of the force acting on a curved surface is the hydrostatic force acting on the vertical projection of the curved surface. 3. The resultant force on a curved surface acts on the bottom of F6 curved surface. Of these statements, A1, 2 and 3 are correct. B2 and 3 are correct. C1 and 2 are correct. D1 and 3 are correct. The correct answer is 1 and 2 are correct. The lost time due to starting delay on a traffic signal is noted to be 3s. The actual green time is 25s and yellow time is 3s. How much is the effective green time? A3 1s, B2 8s, C2 5s, D2 2s. The correct answer is 2 5s. Consider the following locations of a turnout. 1. Tongue rail 2. Lead rail 3. Toe of switch 4. Crossing. Which is the correct sequence for a train to pass over the turnout from the facing direction? A3 1 2 4, B4 2 1 3, C3 2 1 4, D4 1 2 3. The correct answer is 3 1 2 4. Given that plasticity index pi of local soil 15 and pi of sand 0 for a desired pJ of 6, the percentage of sand in the mix should be A 70, B 60, C 40, D 30. The correct answer is 60. Two closely coiled springs A and B of the same material, same wire, and same number of turns are subjected to an axial load of W. The mean diameter of spring A is half that of spring B. The ratio of deflection of spring B to that of spring A will be A8, B4, C14, D18. The correct answer is 14. What are leaping weirs? A. Sewage flow measuring devices, B. Storm regulators, C. Velocity control devices. D. Sewer outfalls. The correct answer is storm regulators.